Good seeing you for devotions. Okay, we're talking about winning souls to Christ. But I want to talk to you about roadblocks to redemption. Pastor Ron did a great job on that message. And I praise God he's talking on this subject. Okay, but this is the first roadblock I want to talk about is materialism. He said, well, why? Well, you know, people, they set out just to get more and more and more. And this whole thing about God and, you know, having a relationship with him, they keep putting that off. They put materialism first. People think life is an accumulation of things. Isn't that true? Okay, let's look at the story. So we have this man, and it says he really, really did well on accumulating things in life. And so now he's retiring. Luke chapter 12, verse 17. So now he thought to himself, what I'm going to do, for I have nowhere to store my crops. Okay, that would like be saying, I've got so much money. I'm not even sure where to place all my money. He said, I'm going to do this. I will tear down my barns, and I'm going to build larger ones. And there I will store all my grain and my goods. Okay, he just wants more and more and more, and he's done. I mean, he thinks this is what life is all about. Your soul will never find true satisfaction in materialism. We should think about this. Some of the wealthiest people in life have committed suicide. Okay, so materialism doesn't make you happy. Luke 12:19. He says, now I'm going to say to my soul. Imagine, now he turns to spiritual. This is like spiritual now. Soul. We all talk to ourselves. He says, soul, you have ample goods laid up for many years. Relax, eat, drink, and be merry. I mean, this is what life is all about. This is what lost people think. When you leave this world, you will not have any pockets. You've heard it said many times, you never see a U-Haul following the hearse to the graveyard. It's a big waste of time. I mean, Bible tells us to be content with what we have. Now, I know some very wealthy people who are very content, and they are very, very giving. They are not impressed with what they own. They own those things, but they would give them up. But those things do not own them. Now, Luke 12:20, it says, but God said to him, I mean, this night, God's taking him out of this world. Full, this night, your soul is required of you. And those things that you have prepared, whose will they be? That's a big question, isn't it? I remember a very wealthy man. I would visit him in his home. He accepted Christ in his church. Just started coming to church. And here something hit him, and he was dying. So I'm sitting in his beautiful home, and I would visit with him. I would talk about how beautiful his home was. And he goes, this is worthless. I'm getting ready to leave this world. It's just a nicer place to die in. Oh, how true that is. Aim at heaven, and you'll get earth thrown in. Aim at earth, and you won't get either. Now, those who do not know God, if they are just after the things of this life and not thinking about God, they're going to lose out on everything. But I want to tell you as a Christian, we're believers, and you know God, but you live like the world. You have all that fun, and okay, that's fine, but God has got to be number one. And the number one most important thing you have to do is to carry out that Great Commission and constantly reach out to the lost, witnessing to them. Now, this is very important. I mean, God tells us that we're to do it. And it says, if you aim at heaven, you're going to be blessed of God. People are going to be saved. And God will even give you more things in this life. But even as Christians, we do it backwards. Go tell and win people to Christ.